Every new year, every new season, we all make lists, resolutions, goals, plans. But here's the truth. There's one thing that you absolutely need to pay attention to if you want everything else to fall into place. Forget the noise, forget the endless checklist. Today, I'm going to share that one thing with you. For those of you who don't know me or are new to the channel, my name is Claudia Newton. I'm a non-profit founder, a blogger, a travel enthusiast, and I love to create content. I've spent decades chasing goals, building projects, and navigating setbacks. And through all of that, I've realized that success isn't just about ambition and hard work. It depends on how well you manage yourself, your time, your resources, and your relationships. I learned this after more than 30 years of trying, failing, and trying again. And if there's one lesson that has stood out for me above all of the rest, it's this. Every new year and every new season, the one thing you must pay attention to is management. I'm sharing this message mindful that we are stepping into a new season, which is the new year. And while it may sound like a New Year's message, I believe this is a message for every season of our lives. Recently, I've been reflecting and praying about what I should focus on in the coming year. And I felt strongly drawn towards the themes of wealth, stewardship, and financial management. After listening to several messages, one key principle continues to stand out, that everything God gives us, He expects us to manage. One sermon I listened to about the laws of success and prosperity was by the late Dr. Miles Monroe, and it reminded me that one of God's primary purposes for humanity is stewardship. From the beginning, God placed us humans here on earth to work, to develop, to cultivate, and to take responsibility for what He had entrusted to us, as shown in Genesis chapter 2, verse 15. I'll put the scripture at the bottom of this. Before God increases what we have, He first observes how we manage what is already in our hands. Scripture tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 2, that it is required of a servant or a steward to be faithful. And the parable of the talent in Matthew chapter 25 shows us that promotion comes after faithful management. So before we dive into conversations about wealth, success, and increase, which may be for future years, I believe that, especially for this year, for myself, and I also believe that for humanity as a whole, we need to go back to how it was in the beginning. The first commandment that God gave us was to manage faithfully. I believe that God is inviting us to first strengthen our management capability in our finances, our time, our opportunities, relationships, and our spiritual lives. I have been in a reflective space since November as I've been contemplating and praying about the year ahead. And when this theme of management came to be, I was just reflecting on times when I have not managed properly. When this theme of management came, I realized how much of a bad manager I have been. I have not managed my friendships as I ought to. I have not managed my position as a daughter as I ought to. I have not managed my time as I ought to, procrastinating. I have not managed my finances as I ought to, not having enough savings. And so while the finances side of things was linked to wealth, I felt like there were several areas of my life there might be a little bit of a management deficit in our communities, and you might come to that place where you realize that you could do better with management. While you're waiting for the new year, I'd recommend that you use my life admin tool. It will help you to begin organizing and managing the essentials right now. Next time, I'll share the 5 areas of management that you need to pay attention to if you want to thrive in 2026 and beyond. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's make this year the one where management becomes your superpower. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.